So let's go ahead with question number 5. Question number 5, and it reads, a system of controls does not provide absolute assurance that the control objectives of an organization will be met. Instead, there are several inherent limitations in any system that reduce the level of assurance required. Explain 4 inherent limitations of internal control. Explain 4 inherent limitations of internal control. Okay, this one are the 4 inherent limitations of internal control. The first one being collusion. First limitation of internal control is collusion. Collusion occurs where 2 or more people who are intended by a system to control or to keep watch over each other will instead collude to circumvent the system. Since this essentially eliminates a control, the probability of losses being incurred is greatly increased. Okay. Another limitation is human error. Human error always occurs when a person involved in control system could maybe make a mistake, perhaps for forgetting to follow a process, a procedure, or to follow a given step. Or maybe that person does not understand how the system works. So this one usually appear, okay, in many of the systems. It may be because maybe they have shortages and they've brought a new personnel in the company, and maybe has forgotten some of the processes, procedures, or even the steps. Okay. Or this may be caused by an assignment of a wrong person to that task. Okay. Another limitation is management override. Management override. This one can be done by someone in the management who has the authority to do so. Okay. To override any aspect of a control system for his own personal advantage. It cannot be done by any other person, maybe a junior staff. No, it is usually done by a senior staff in the management team, and that staff, he should also have the authority to do so for the benefits or for the personal advantage. Okay. Another limitation is missing segregation of duties. Missing segregation of duties. A control system might have been designed with insufficient segregation of duties so that one person can interfere with proper operations. Okay. I think those are the limitations we have. We can go quickly on the other question. That is question number 5. Part B, and it reads, analyze 6 duties of an auditor. Analyze 6 duties of an auditor. These ones are the 5 duties of an auditor. Are the 6 duties of an auditor, sorry. The first duty of an auditor is to prepare an audit report. Okay. An audit report is simply terms is an appraisal of financial position. The auditor is responsible for preparing an audit report based on the financial statements of a given company. The books of accounts so examined by the auditor should be maintained in accordance with the relevant law. Okay. After the auditor has undergone through the financial statement of a given company or a given organization, or rather a given firm, The auditor will give a financial report of that company or a firm or organization, but all that accounts or the books of account should be examined by him and maintained according to the relevant laws. Another duty of an auditor is to form a negative opinion where necessary. Okay, this one is being brought about when the auditor report has a high degrees of assurance, should have a high degree of assurance and reliability because it contains auditor's opinion on the financial statement. When the auditors feel that the financial statements do not depict a true and fair view of financial position while his line of duty, while he is in his line of duty, he is also entitled to form an adverse opinion on the same. Okay. Additionally, when he finds that it is dissatisfied with the information provided and finds that he cannot expect a proper opinion on statement, he will use what? A disclaimer of opinion. This disclaimer of opinion basically indicates that due to lack of information available, okay, the financial status of the entity cannot be determined. And when forming this disclaimer of opinion, when after he has formed that disclaimer of opinion, it is noted that it should also be specified in the report on which he is making. Okay? Another duties of auditor is to lend assistance in case of branch audit. To lend assistance in case of branch audit. When the auditor is the branch auditor and not the auditor of the company, he will lend some assistance in the branch audit or in the completion of the branch audit. He shall prepare a report based on the accounts, and then those reports have been examined by him himself. After that, he'll send it across to the company auditor, who will incorporate the report into the main audit report of the company. Okay? In addition to this, on request, if he wishes, he may provide experts of his working papers to the company auditor to aid in auditing. Okay? Another duty is to comply with auditing standards. Okay? It is the duty of an auditor to comply with the auditing standards which are being issued by the central government in consultation with the National Financial Reporting Authority. Okay? These standards will aid the auditor in performing his duties with ease and accuracy, and also to add on, he will also perform his duties very efficiently. Okay? Another duties is reporting of fraud. Reporting of fraud. If the auditor performs his duties or is in his line of performing his duties, and maybe is suspicious with regard to the fraud that is taking place in a given company, certain situations where the financial statements and figures are not adding up, when he finds himself in such situation where the financial figures of the company are not adding up, he will have to report the matter to the central government immediately and in the manner prescribed by the Act. Okay. Another duty is to adhere to the code of ethics and code of professional conduct. The auditor, being the profession, must adhere to the code of ethics and code of professional conduct. Part of this involves confidentiality, okay, and due care in the performance of his duties. You should also be very skepticism, okay? Skepticism, in simple words, the auditor must have a questioning mind. You should always be alert to possible mishaps, errors, and frauds being committed in the financial statement. Another duty of the auditor is assistance in an investigation. The duty of auditor, another one is assistance in investigation. In case where the company is under the scope of investigation, it is the duty of an auditor to provide assistance to the officers as required for the same. Okay? Hence, it can be seen that duties of the auditors are pretty diverse. It has all around and form-reaching impact. Okay, so he has a very big role in giving assistance in investigation by helping the officers as required for the same. Okay, we are through. We are through with question number 5 and this paper. Thank you and have a good evening.